I really like the one, I have to bring this up, about everybody is so friendly and nice. Everywhere I've been so far, everybody has been really friendly and nice.
Oh, we just scared off all the lizards. He's trying to be really stealthy. You see him right there? Yeah, he just moved his head. See him? Yep, there he goes. So what's some of the most important thing, or the most important thing you could do or think about, or one of the most important things about going abroad, living abroad? The first thing is get a local phone. But beyond that, I think that what you get into is people that are going abroad as a way to achieve a perfection. And I know that we've touched on that on the other video, but that had more to do with the character of the person. Whereas in this conversation, we're talking about expecting the place to fulfill an ideal of perfection. So there's a little, it sounds the same, but it's a little different. And what do I mean by that? It's like, for example, people might have in their mind that, all my life I've worked and had to be in these heavy winters, and so perfection would be for me to be in perpetual summer, let's say, for example, right? And these are important conversations because it is one of the reasons why people do pack up their bags and leave. And it's just that you have that time frame for expats where after a certain amount of time there's like a revolving door where people come, people go. And this is one of them. It's because we're expecting the place we're going to meet the ideal of perfection, this perfection ideal, whatever that is for you. I mean,
well, that's what everybody says, though.
It's exactly what is being well, that's because it's how they sell the place. How they sell the place is to you. In other words, you're being sold the place when you're being told perpetual summer. Hey, you can check your shovel, and that's true. You will check your shovel, and it will be perpetual summer. And it's the idea of that something has more value when you don't have it yet, and then once you have it, it becomes less valuable to you. When you don't yet have it and you want it, you're willing to pay more for it or whatever. Once you have perpetual summer, the value diminishes. I made a video a couple years ago about everybody has their hot button. One of my hot buttons, because we have more than one, was perpetual spring, but it never played out the way the picture in my mind of the ideal, the perfection, never played out that way. Once we went to Ecuador, we never really got the picture I had in my mind, which was based on where we were before in the States. That we had the 3.5 acres, and we had all these nice big gardens, walking a distance to a lake. And when we went down there, it wasn't that it wasn't all beautiful and the weather wasn't nice. It just didn't play out the way I had it pictured in my mind. And so the value diminishes once we get there. And so when you have something all of the time, that's another way that the value diminishes. It's not just that we didn't have it before and now we have it. It's also that when we have it all the time.
That's why I like seasons. I love the winters, and I love the summers, and I love the falls.
It's like when you eat ice cream once a week or once a month, you really enjoy it and you appreciate it. But if you start eating ice cream twice a day, you can enjoy it every time you eat it, but not as much.
I doubt your waistline's going to appreciate it very much.
You won't appreciate it as much, yeah. Still, I see something in the seasons that was not appreciated before.
Yeah, you do.
You didn't appreciate it because you had it, and the thing you didn't have had more value to you. Of course, at first, there's the joy phase that, oh yeah, I've got my ideal. So I'm talking beyond that. Once you get beyond that, where your
tropical paradise,
you get through the honeymoon phase, and it's like, okay, it just becomes so the same, and the days and the months and the years
every single day.
It's just kind of a big blur, and you don't. It's like, what month is this? Because they're all the same.
Is it winter? Oh, I didn't even know it's winter.
It's Christmas because there's a Christmas tree. Oh wow, I don't know. I thought it was July. It's not it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. It's just something that you want to be aware of if it's the primary reason why you're doing something. it could become a large letdown.
It could.
If that's one of the primary reason.
Yeah, I'm really happy it's cooled down here in southern Italy. It was hot.
August was really humid and hot, and
so hot.
we were really happy to see fall come around. It's actually quite nice. I personally like winters if they're short. If they're really short, I like them because it puts that, that change. And when it's short, you can have the expectation of spring coming around, and it's coming around soon. So you don't have to wait as long for it.
Right.
Well, and what else? In what other ways do people have perfection ideals? Well, prices, live like a king, live like a king on your Social Security check. What they don't tell you is the part that, it sounds great, and then when you get there, it only lasts a little while because everybody else is coming down there, and especially a lot of people with more money than you, and pretty soon that price advantage doesn't last. And the other thing is, it's not just the price advantage, but when you get down there, you realize that, okay, maybe you do have some price advantage, but there are other reasons why you don't necessarily wouldn't have chosen to be there. So it's like choosing to be in a place because you're told of how cheap it is. You do have to watch where you're going. Some of these trees weren't designed to be here probably this long.
I really like the one, I have to bring this up, about everybody is so friendly and nice. Everywhere I've been so far, everybody has been really friendly and nice. I can't even compare them because they're all their own type of people.
The thing that strikes me, we're in Italy, and even though demographically speaking we may blend in a little more, we still stand out as foreigners. So there's
you gotta take off that ball cap, huh?
Yeah, and so there's always going to be that commercial niceties. That's how I refer to them.
Superficialities or pleasantries.
Well, it's a pleasantry that you afford to the visitors. They're the visitors. It's understood they're visitors, and plus they're going to be spending money. If you work in the restaurant business, for example, or any service business, you have to be pleasant.
Exactly.
You have to be pleasant. If you make YouTube videos, you have to be pleasant. So if you didn't sleep the night before, you can't carry a frown on your whole video.
So yeah, you're right. All these cultures have that upfront pleasantries. Nobody's going to treat you bad or anything when you're going.
In general, there's always people that are having a bad day, but in general, yeah, people are pleasant and nice everywhere we've been, whether it's here in southern Italy, Panama and Ecuador, but yeah, if there's their tendency to overstate how nice the locals are, overstate.
Because everybody's nice.
So yeah, we have found that to be the case, that people are nice everywhere we have been as visitors. The only place people weren't nice were in our hometown in the States.
Yeah.
Because you're not a foreigner. You're not.
It's not as bad in the South, though. People are a lot more friendly in the South than they are in the Northwest, believe me.
People are much friendlier in the South.
In the United States South.
So I hope you liked the video and you got something out of it, and let us know in the comments any other subjects you'd like to hear in the videos, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
Ciao.
Bye.